We live, motherfucker.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's Kyle and KZ.
More people get their voice out there, then I think they'll realize like we're all the same, really.
KZ decided, let's do it. Took the bait, so here we are.
Veteran Chat Project.
Where it's encouraged to not be okay all the time.
And tonight's one of those nights, folks. We are not okay, and we're going to talk about it. You know what I said? And that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. What a hell of a night, dude.
Yeah,
or
man.
day.
You know, it's a hell of a life. You know what? And we all kind of go through it. And right now, you know, as much as we like to sit on here and act like we got it all together, we sat here for like the last 30 minutes just talking about how we don't. So we decided just to fucking run it and decide to make it better for ourselves and work through it right here in front of y'all. So here we are, and we appreciate y'all as we always do. We cannot express our gratitude for y'all listening and everything. It's just something that's really been bothering us lately, and maybe not us as more as just like it just seems like the world. You know, the world is a shitty place lately, and it's like we have a really good show and we have like a really good idea behind it, and what we're doing is real, and there's just not a lot of that left in the world anymore.
No.
It seems like if you're not fucking like Robert Downey Jr. or Joe Rogan or fucking, you know, like you just if I make a quote and if I put my words in it, but if I were like type it on Facebook and then put like underscore like, you know, some just say, oh, Ryan Reynolds said that. People would be like, oh my God, Ryan Reynolds, he's so smart. He's just such the greatest man ever. And then I'd be like, actually, I wrote that. I'm like, you're a fucking lying sack of shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, so why though? Why is it so hard to believe that just two dudes really, really fucking care to help you? As I'm telling you right now that those influencers that are clickbait motherfuckers, all that shit, like they're just trying to get you to look at their name, to look at their shit, to be duped. You know what I mean? Like we're just not that, and that's what I wanted to start it off with. And I think to go into it, we're going to talk a little bit about living intentionally and what that means.
What does that mean to you?
What
Fuck.
I got you, bitch.
Oh shit.
Because I know what it means to me because I've actually been thinking about it a lot. I heard it on that Dad Edge podcast. I kind of stole it.
Yeah.
The living intentionally part, not necessarily anything else except for those words. When I heard it, I'll let you tell yours first.
Okay.
You're like, damn it, I'm getting away with it.
Yeah, I was legit like, oh, let's sink in and let's go. Living intentionally to me on spot. What does that mean to me? I don't want to say no. I feel like that's a half-ass answer. Doing what I'm like, doing what I say I'm gonna do. Does that make sense?
Pretty much, yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the first thing I think of. To be put in the hot seat and like, because I have never thought about that until you brought it up. Literally, what 5 minutes before we hit live. That I like, but there's a reason why I like that because it's something that needs to be talked about. Yeah, living intentionally to me means, doing exactly what I'm putting one foot in front of the other to get to whatever like my target point is.
Well, and it's not even that. I mean, for me, I mean that too. Well, let's just say living intentionally in a relationship, right? So you want to do things that you know your wife like, right? You know, so like you do things just based off, like I'm intentionally doing this because I know that this makes her happy and nothing else but that, right? So like you live intentionally with the intent to make your wife happy, right? So that's your intention of the day. That's your, you know, your daily core value, your daily mission or whatever it is, you know? So it's just, yeah, you live like you're doing it on purpose. Like nothing's an accident because you planned every step. And not even, I know it's conflicting because a while back I got off this tangent about like not having a plan of every step, but it's kind of like a happy medium, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Because you want to have a plan, a rough outline, but at the same time, you also need to be able to adjust fire, right? But when you live intentionally, I mean, you're living out your core values. It's the one thing you can actually do to live out your core values. I mean, so living intentionally means making conscious and purposeful choices in how you lead your life. It involves being proactive rather than reactive and aligning your actions and decisions with your core values, goals, and aspirations. Living intentionally is taking ownership of your life and creating a sense of direction and meaning in everything you do.
Taking ownership. Oh, that, yeah.
Everything you do. Not like, I don't have time for this. Well, it's because you didn't make time for it. That's nobody else's fault. You're not too busy to care for people. You're not too busy to call people. You're not too busy to answer a text message. And you might be, but like at that moment, there's always a second you can, if someone, I just don't get it. Like people, I reach out to people sometimes and like, they'll see it like red and just left. And you're just like, bro, like, I mean, like I get it, but like, and I'm not talking about like, like your typical, like, oh, when I'm dating this girl and she left me on red. Like, no, I'm talking about like real life shit. You know, like trying to get people on the show, like instead of fucking just leaving it hanging, like, well, fucking say like you don't want to, or tell me you want to be on it, but then when we send you the invites, you don't want to be on it, because we've had that happen quite a bit. And then another time, we got people that we've sent the invite to 3 multiple times, and then they don't want to comment on shit until it's talking about some where's my episode.
Oh,
Your episode doesn't fucking exist.
Shots fired, dude.
Sick of that shit, dude. I've asked you 3 fucking times to be on the show. So anyways, moving forward, we live intentionally on this motherfucker by actually making plans, goals, and living by them. When I tell somebody I'll be there at 8:30, guess where the fuck I'm at 8:15? Right there, ready and waiting. I'm not going to go, oh shit, I completely forgot that I made this appointment twice and forgot the date twice. That's not living intentionally. Or it could be, you could intentionally have done that. That's your, to me though, that just seems like a very half-assed way to live. I fully believe in telling people how I felt. Oh, not you.
No, that was we both stopped like,
not you. You can come on anytime you want.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's just it's to a person, and if they probably never listened to a single episode, but they had us on early in our journey, and we invited them right back on, and they never showed. So so that was a butthurt. That's kind of something I'm going through right now. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but I'm a little more amped up than normal today. I haven't smoked weed all day.
I was gonna say, you want to talk about why? Yeah.
No, I don't. I mean, I do, but I don't.
You're good.
But I mean, I guess that's part of kind of what I'm doing here. Yeah, I see it. She was like, I didn't even want to come on tonight because I was like, I'm gonna hurt someone's feelings today.
Oh shit, I love it though. But that goes back to what you were saying. I mean, not even about today's topic though. We spent a good 45 minutes just shooting the shit, and like you had something on your brain and you just like, dude, I don't feel safe fucking going live right now because I'm gonna fucking go off. Like, this is what's going on with me right now, and I gave input where I gave input, and I think that's something too that people need to know. I'm not saying I'm the best person for it, but people need to know like when to give input. You know what I'm saying? Like during that whole time, there was a part of me that was like, fuck, what can I say? What can I say to my best friend right now to make him feel better? And it was like, well, nothing. That's not why he's fucking talking to me. He's talking to me because there's no one else he can talk to in this specific moment about what's going on in his life.
And
so I was like,
and you're already doing what you're already doing it just by sitting there listening. So I mean, like you said, like it's not always about the answers. Some of the times it's about just being heard sometimes, man. And it could change your fucking whole night, change your whole mindset. But I mean, I'll go into it real quick before we jump on to clarifying your values. So personally, I smoke a lot of marijuana. Trying to come to a agreement with myself, and I don't want to say like I don't want to quit. I love smoking weed. I love everything about it. I just don't like smoking. But at the same time, like when I was a cigarette smoker, I quit smoking cigarettes by smoking a lot of weed, right? So
Yeah.
now, as I'm trying to taper off, not taper, I mean, you could say it's not addictive all you want, but like you could be addicted to the habit. I mean, I'm sure you can call. I mean, I've probably got every sign there is to be addicted to weed. It's a real thing, people use it to numb. People use it for whatever. I mean, for me personally, my mind goes so damn fast sometimes, and it races, dude. It races, and I can't shut it the fuck up. And that's probably why I started smoking at a young age when I did. And today, 24 hours into it, I'm just not over it yet.
Yeah.
And I'm edgy, and you know, and I wish that was okay where I'm at. It's just I feel like I have to smoke weed so I can be accepted in my house sometimes, because when I'm not, or when I'm just not in the right mood, I can be very hard to be around, and I know that, but I also don't want to lean on that like a crutch. So that's what I'm trying to do. So if you notice me a little off here and there, that's gonna be that. But I'm probably gonna pick it back up and just smoke it in the evenings because I mean, I don't want to start drinking again. That's gonna be a bad problem.
That's way worse.
That's way worse. So ultimately, it's just about trying to be healthy at this point. So if I give it a week and I can get through it, and we'll see what happens there. But
But I think
now,
that's it.
just working out and trying to sweat it out of my system as much as I can.
That says a lot about your. That says a lot about your character, though, dude. Like when
That's all
you
I
know,
got is character, dude.
yeah. Well, when
I
you're
got 10
saying
of 'em.
when you're saying like like I don't I feel like I feel am I fucking off the wall right now because I want to smoke weed? I don't like feeling that way. Just saying that like says a lot about you. And you didn't just like stop, like slow down. You fucking quit cold turkey.
Yeah.
That's hard as shit.
That's how I did cigarettes. I was like in my head, I was like, I can quit smoking cigarettes cold turkey, but I was also fucking doubled up the fucking one hits and joints I was taking, you know? So
Yeah.
it's like I was still able to appease the action of smoking.
Do you work
Which
out
is-
today?
Yeah, no, not today. No, I didn't. Going tomorrow. My kid and wife were off. I like to go to the gym so I can take my kid to the daycare, but
Oh, okay.
I'll probably work out tonight because I don't think I'm gonna go to sleep. That
You
shit
gotta tell
helps
me.
That's the thing, dude. It's like, and then tell me if I'm, and then honestly, anybody watching or anybody in the comments, like, tell me if this is like an enabling thing to say for like a drug addict, right? Like, it helps me sleep, helps me eat. I haven't eaten anything today. I'm sitting here drinking coffee at fucking 9:30. You know what I mean? And that's not normal for me. I eat good.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that because I don't.
But I mean, like in the medical side of things, because I do have a medical card, so that's where the argument could be drawn, right? But like people get addicted to pills too, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, and pills are worse than weed, obviously. But I mean, it's still the drug and the I guess the term addiction. I mean, I guess you could say it. Like, I mean, I've suffered with addiction in my life. I used to love me some drugs, a little nose powder every once in a while. Used to get down. Kicked that habit a long time ago. Kicked cigarettes, kicked fucking alcohol. And honestly, when I kicked alcohol, it was a choice. And I was like, which one gives me more? It was like cigarettes, alcohol, and weed were these three things that I had on my plate that were taking me away from living intentionally. And this is before I even knew what the fuck living intentionally was, right?
Yeah.
So there's these three things that are taking my money, taking my time, and taking my freedom, right? Because when you're smoking a cigarette, you got to go where you're allowed to smoke. When you're drunk, you can't just be drunk everywhere, right? Because you're a piece of shit that way. People don't understand if you're high because I'm always wearing sunglasses. I got sensitive eyes. I got to wear sunglasses everywhere I go. But
I can attest for that. Motherfucker burned his retina in fucking California.
Yeah, I did. And I had a pink eye and a fucking abrasion on the same retina. That was a fun week.
Anyway, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, that's where I struggle with it. Like, I struggle with it on the medicinal side of things, pain management, stuff like that. And then I also struggle with it on the drug side of it. Because I, as an empath, I unfortunately see both sides of most every argument and feel that both sides usually have a good point, and there's usually just like a lack of a middle ground for people to come together and talk. You know, like, and I mean, you can use politics. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, because we're not political. I'm not political. I don't give a fuck. But like, each side has some good points. If you idiots would just shut the fuck up and stop saying fuck that side, no fuck this side, dude, fuck you, because you're ruining the country, motherfucker. Like, we all need to come together because you're letting them divide us. Anyways,
Yeah.
you're letting them divide us. My high ass. And I'm just kidding. So the first 15 minutes was my rant. You're up. I'm just kidding.
Fuck.
Now I feel like a big piece of shit.
Why?
I don't know, because I'm out there.
No, but that mean I appreciate you being out there. Like, I'm not trying to steal what Mindy said, like speak your truth, but like, I think that's what I love about you the most, dude. Is like, you know, I'm laughing and it's like, it makes me laugh, not in a funny way, but like, we were like, yeah, let's fucking, like, you were like, let me get this out before we get on. And then we're on and you're letting it out. I fucking love that, dude, because that's who you are, dude. If Kyle Turner didn't wear his emotions on his sleeve, something is fucking wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's how I
At least
view
you understand that. I wish more people in my world understood that about me. One thing I would say to caveat that is like I said before we got on, dude, it's like I care fucking more than anybody in your circle about you. I guarantee you that. Besides your, like, not you personally, but like you. If you're in my circle and I'm checking up on you, like, bro, I fucking love you. You know what I mean? Like, I had a buddy reach out, and I hope he's watching, man. I had a buddy reach out today that's been locked up for 2.5 years, man. And I know this dude. I went to culinary school. Me and Josh went to culinary school with him. Dude's a fucking badass chef. Went to little issues, you know, and got into some trouble.
Yeah.
But we had a talk today, and it's crazy, dude. He hit me up out of nowhere, and then I seen him, and I'm just like, bro, like, where you been? Like, how you been? He's like, well, I've been locked up for 2.5 years. I'm like, man, you just love prison food and dick, don't you? He was just like, you know, you know. But then it was just like, you know, like, but for real, you know, like, yo, how are you? Like, you set up, you got family around you. Like, it's not just like a, hey, bro, welcome out. Like, glad you're home. Check on you later. I was like, no, like, text me. Because I told him a joke. He's like, I cooked every meal I could in prison. And I'm like, bro, you should do a TikTok or something about prison cooking. Like, people are all about that shit right now.
Yeah, they are.
And he was like, dude, my aunt said I should start a podcast. And I was like, naturally, I'm like, bro, I know a guy. I'm like, we can come on here, we could chat, we could definitely, you know, get your chest, get it off your chest and all that shit. And it's like, I told him, like, dude, I'm doing this thing where I'm trying to take as many people with me. Like, I feel like my mission in life now is to find the people that are fucked up like me and just let you know, like, yo, we're going to be fucked up together for the rest of our lives. But the rest of our lives is a lot longer than you're thinking it is right now. And that's it.
Preach. Yeah, dude.
People come to me, man. And I didn't, until the end of the conversation where I was like, dude, because Stu, so after I told him that I wasn't going to be doing the guild anymore because it's going to take away from this other project that I want to do, you know, like that was something. And he's like, you know, God's calling on you, man. And like, I didn't even think about that again until just now. He's like, God's calling on you, man. Like, it's on your heart, it's on your mind. You're clearly going out to fucking, you know, you're out to help. So I just got to keep pushing, I guess.
Do you feel that way?
I do, man.
I know you're not religious. I know you're not a religious person, but do you feel that?
I do feel like something is pushing me to keep doing this. Like today, like, bro, before I got on today, I wanted to quit. I didn't even want to do this shit today. I'll be dead honest with whoever's listening right now. I didn't want to do this shit. That's how quick my mind shifts, bro. It went from like just 5 minutes or 40 minutes of talking shit with KZ to being like, man, like, I feel like doing it. Like, I don't feel good yet, but like, I feel like talking at least, you know. And if I would have just been like, fuck this, I ain't doing the show tonight, you know, then I would have been fucking sitting here all pissy all night. There's no telling how the night would have ended up, you know.
Yeah. Hey, you said it, dude. Talking is great therapy.
but like, I do, man. I do really believe.
You think you're on this path?
I do, but like, I just don't know how. Like, I don't know what to do. You know, so like, I try to, like, I don't know. I just try to figure it out, dude. Like, it's like, maybe that's part of it too. Is like, I need a clear mind so I can understand what I'm trying to do, you know, or like, I don't want people to come to me and just be like, dude, smoke weed, get over it. Like,
okay.
Okay. Like, I just gave you edibles. I'm like, you're good now.
Yeah.
But no, man, it's
Smoke
just
when you get over it, but when you smoke, it fucking smells like shit. Yeah, okay. That don't make sense.
Yeah, it's hard to exist sometimes, man. It really is.
Hey, here's
So,
some. Here's a tip from Mike.
Michael Brock, my man.
Yeah. Due to a recent surgery, I was having to take a bunch of pills for pain. Because of this, I'd have a panic attacks at night. It would get 2-3 hours of sleep. Told my doc at the VA. He mentioned the VA as hypnotherapy might be an option for you to help sleep and just drastically cut down on the weed. Mike, thanks for the tip. Have you ever thought about that?
I have some serious hangups about hypnosis just because, I mean, like, I believe it's true, but, like, I
Yeah.
don't trust people. So, fuck no. Like, what if that doctor's having a bad day like me and he just decides to fucking make me, like, every time you hear a horn, you're going to fucking pull your dick out. And then next thing you know, like, I'm on a list and Mike Rock's at my house. You know what I mean?
Holy
I'm
shit.
like, hey, Mike, what are you doing here? Like, well, it's about your dick. Shit.
Holy shit.
So, set clear goals. Oh, man. Living intentionally, man. Set clear goals. Clear define your mission and break down into specific achievable goals. Have a clear roadmap that will keep you motivated and focused on what needs to be accomplished. Again, you done. Oh, shit. Yeah, again, you don't have to have like a full out plan for every step of the move, but I mean, if you have a rough outline, you're gonna be all right. You know, you could take that rough outline, bounce it off your core values, and really set yourself up for success in that aspect.
Yeah.
Shit.
And goals can change. I think we've said that before, but I think it's important to say that
I think
out
they
loud.
should.
Yeah, goals should never be like. I don't think. Yeah, your goals can change, and then your pathway to the goal can change too. You know what I'm saying? Like in order to get I want this. Like my goal is this. This is what I have to accomplish to get to this. Like it doesn't have to be that way all the time. There's more than one way to skin a cat, and I think that phrase rings true to every situation. There's more than one way to achieve a goal. Just because you failed step 1 doesn't mean you can't do step 2 and 3. There's fucking 10 other ways to accomplish step 1. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my piece on that.
Hell yeah. So step 2, you're going to want to prioritize your tasks. Identify the most important tasks that align with your mission and tackle them first. Prioritization helps you stay focused on what matters most. This is huge, dude. Write this shit down. And then literally do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that shit. And then just start knocking them off the list, bro. Just, you know, like this is what I need to do today. You know, like tomorrow morning, I already have 3 things that I got to do. Like I got to wake up, 1, done, right? Because you're not guaranteed that shit, so you got to do it. If it's on your list of shit to do, you're probably gonna do it, right?
Oh,
So
speaking of that, before you go to step 2, like make I don't do this, but I think it's so I sound hypocritical, but I think it's a cool thing, like making your bed.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Like making your bed, like when it comes to like prioritizing the task and setting goals for the day, making your bed, like accomplishing step like that first goal of the day is supposed to help you for the rest of your day. Like I don't like my first goal of the day is brushing my teeth.
Yeah.
Like I wake up from dead sleep and walk to the bathroom and brush my teeth. That's step 1. Once I do that, I'm like, okay, cool. I can go fucking make coffee now, even though I just fucking brushed my teeth. Making coffee is step 2. And like my days not when I'm working from home, I feel accomplished. Brush my teeth, make coffee, sit down at the desk. Those are the 3 things. Anyway, my bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you're good. Yeah, but that's basically just nailed it. So just gonna move on. Moving on. Go on, keep it on.
Number 3, eliminate distractions. Minimize distractions as much as possible. Create a conductive work environment. Turn off unnecessary notifications and set specific times for focus work. I fucking suck at this.
Reading the wrong one. We've
Am
been
I?
doing it the whole time.
Am I?
Yeah. I did it too. Clarify. We were reading. That was from the mind. Oh, fuck, dude. All right.
It's all right. It's all good.
Step 1, clarify your values. Step 2, set meaningful goals. Step 3, focus on your priorities.
Priorities. Yeah.
Practice mindfulness is step 4. Practice mindfulness. Pay attention to the present moment and fully engage in your experiences without being distracted by the past or future. That's a huge thing too. The past. The future unfortunately, is something I think you should keep on your mind. You shouldn't let it really weigh you down. You should be excited about it. Sometimes it does weigh me down because I just don't. Sometimes I don't see an end in sight for the pain, and the anger, and all that shit. You know, I'm just a fucking angry dude. But I love, you know, I'm just angry all the time. So yeah, practicing mindfulness is something that helps me. I actually got. It's funny that the word mindfulness is. There's an app called Mindfulness. And I have it on my Apple Watch, and I'll tap it once a day. I'll tap it, and it just tells me like, take a minute, think about what you care about. You know, take a minute, undistracted from anything, and just focus on your breathing, focus on being present right there, and just that's the biggest thing, dude. Is focus on being present right there in your brain in that moment. Understand, feel your fingers, feel your toes wiggle, listen to your breathing under, like watch your chest rise and fall, all that shit, dude. Just fucking be in it. Practice mindfulness. I mean, shit, dude. Even learn some meditation if you can. Wim Hof breathing. That's another big thing.
What is that? I think I know what that is, but what is that?
The Wim Hof method, dude. It's like powerful breaths. You know, there's like a whole books about it, but the guy, he's the ice bath guy, pretty much. So it's like controlling your breaths to where like you can actually make yourself, apparently you can make yourself stronger by breathing a certain way. And like it's I don't want to go too far into it because I haven't like personally studied it myself, but like that's just something that I remember. It's like it's a breathing technique basically. Or there's multiple different techniques to the Wim Hof method or something like that. I just know that dude's like the guy that started this whole ice bath craze like a couple years ago. Now everyone's like, ice baths. Went 2 years ago, and I'm like, dude, ice baths are good for like mental health and shit like that, you know? And then everyone's like, well, you got to get him to recover from your workouts because fucking Joe Rogan said so. Joe Rogan said so. I got to do this because Joe Rogan said so. Hey, man, you guys catch that Joe Rogan show last night? Like, no, I didn't, dude. I was listening to Veteran Chat Project. What's that? Well, it's just these two guys. Nah, fuck that.
I'm clipping that.
Do they have 60,000 followers? No. They have 250. Nah, fuck that. We got 250 faithful motherfuckers is what we got, dude.
Dude, that's dope. I like that.
So yeah, take responsibility. That's a big one, dude. That's a big one that people don't like to do. Take responsibility. Acknowledge your choices and actions. Take responsibility for the outcomes, both positive and negative.
I suck at that. I'll be the first one to say I fucking suck at that shit.
It's hard, dude. It's hard, especially when you fuck up a lot. You know, not you, but like when I fuck up a lot, like it's hard to take responsibility for these actions every time. Like every time it's a gut check, and every time it's harder to get back up. Eat that shame sandwich. Like, yeah, you know, like I yelled today at my kid or something, and you just feel like a fucking asshole. Like, and you ain't the only one. You know, like I get mad at my kid. He'd be like nap time, and he's like screaming, and because he's too tired, and I'm just like, fuck, like, dude, like.
Yeah.
But you know, that's just me because I'm, you know, it makes everything just go fucking haywire. I don't know. Like I might have I do believe I have a touch of the tism, and then the fucking sensory overload's a real thing, man. Certain noises set me the fuck off, dude. And when my kid's just making the whiny noise for no reason, it really fucking gets me, dude. You know what I mean? Like just because mommy's around, it's just like and I know he's 2 and I shouldn't be like that, but it's like you don't do that when I'm here. You know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden mom's home and it's just like this is a different kid.
No, I know
it's frustrating because when I try to tell my wife that, she like thinks I'm blaming her for something when I'm really not.
I'm on the other end.
I'm
on the receiving end of that actually. Sometimes our youngest acts that way when I get home. Or when I'm around, but like with mom, he's a fucking individual. He does everything and then I come home and he's, Dad, do this for me, Dad. You know, like Dad.
I think it's just the parent they don't see the most.
He thinks, yeah, that makes sense.
Because they want to. I don't know, like because your mom or your wife's like the one that is the authoritarian because she's always there. Yeah. And so you're like me. I'm the authoritarian in my house, obviously. Well. I mean, not obviously, but like I'm fucking here. My wife fucking works her ass off, dude, and it's ridiculous. Yeah. And even when she's not at work, she's got work calling her. And to be completely fucking honest, dude, sometimes I love that she has such a great job, but like
There's a
it
song.
seems like the more money you make, the harder it is to work. Like the more bullshit you got to put up with.
That
like-
tracks.
Yeah, dude.
That fucking tracks. Yeah.
Or the more corporate fucking Kool-Aid you got to drink, or the more fucking just absolute dog shit you got to get treated like, you know. Like, well, I'm making 200, you know, like that's, you know, you hear people like that all the time, like bankers and shit. And like, well, I'm making like 200 grand a year. Like, yeah, but you like that shit? No, fucking miserable, dude.
But you happy though? Yeah.
No, I fucking hate my job. Like, okay, so like, why? But why? And that's another problem, dude. That's society telling you that you're not normal, or that you're abnormal because you refuse to work 40-hour work week, go to hippy skippy work and make your $16 an hour and come home like everything's peachy. No, dude, I ain't fucking going to work in your kitchen no more. I'm not gonna fucking make $12-14 an hour while I'm cooking $30-40 plates for 700 people a night. You know what I mean? Like that's dumb, dude.
Tough,
That's
dude.
the restaurant industry for you right there. Like every ticket averages.
That's who needs to go on a
$150.
fucking. That's who needs to go on a strike, dude.
I saw motherfucking McDonald's workers going on strike the other day, dude, in California or some shit. Like McDonald's workers going on strike, motherfucker, just quit. It's 100 degrees in McDonald's. Who gives a fuck? Turn a fan on. What the fuck's your problem, dude? You work at McDonald's. Like you can't expect that shit to be treated right, dude. Nobody fucking treats McDonald's right. Like I'm sorry,
No.
it's not where you want to be. Like it's just I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a good company to work for because they will tell you themselves they're not in the business of selling hamburgers, dude. They sell real estate. You know that, right? McDonald's doesn't sell you a single cheeseburger. They sell. Have you seen the movie The Founder on Netflix yet?
No, let's go. Michael Keaton.
Bro. So this is how this goes. This is how it goes, right? They buy the property. They sell someone the franchise.
Yeah.
Right? So you give me, I bought this property for 50 grand, right? You give me 100 grand, I'll let you put McDonald's on a building. The rest of the cost is on you. Me as the developer, I still get a piece of the land because I'm McDonald's. McDonald's owns the land. You only own the building, right? So you still got to pay rent on that land. Like, bro, they don't sell cheeseburgers. They are in real estate business.
That's shady, dude.
It is shady as fuck.
That
But-
sounds like. I feel like every chain probably does that then, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Chick-fil-A too. Probably.
And that is why you should watch that movie because like that dude, Michael Keaton's character invented that shit. He stole McDonald's from them dudes.
no shit. I need to watch that. What's it called?
Yeah, bro.
No, I mean, yeah, the founder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, bro, he stole McDonald's. Like it was like these two dudes had it in like Oceanside or something like that, and it was like a little cool ass restaurant. Like, it's a cool ass movie, dude. But yeah, you make you want to punch Michael Keaton right in the face.
Corporate America.
That is, dude. It's corporate America at its finest, bro. And that's what we're here talking about. Yeah, that's exactly what Carrington just said, bro. That's America.
It's America, though. You know, shit. That
Bro,
fucking.
that's that fucked up country we all love and hate so much, right? That we sitting here all fucked up for defending. You know what I mean? And that right there, it's enough to drive a fucking veteran crazy. You know, like not like questioning the country that they defended like that.
Did you
Like,
ever?
I fucking every day, dude. Every day. You heard it. I
you
questioned
did.
the fucking platoon I fucking served. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and I was called a cancer because I had questions. That's how you know I'm not allowed to be in a fucking corporate situation. Army is that. The Army is so much a corporation that you can only get ahead by drinking the juice anymore. I would have been great in the 90s in the Army if I was old enough. I'm not a fucking garrison soldier. I never was. We'll just go in the motor pool and pack this
Oh my
fucking comic
God.
6 times just because I had a bad day at home.
You know how many times they told me that?
That's why your
Like,
wife fucked a private, dude.
Fuck, dude.
Everybody can get it. Call me, motherfucker. I'll tell you my address.
You know how many times they told me that? Like, you're a shitty garrison soldier, but to pull it, you're a great tanker. I was like, oh, I don't know what that means, but okay.
This though, not to mention what happened in Afghanistan. Yeah, bro, let's just pull out and leave all this shit. Like, it
Yeah,
don't
I
matter.
didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't question what we did until that happened.
Yeah, like, whoa, what was the point then? What was the
I
point?
felt like, yeah, that made me feel like super shitty once all that shit happened.
Hell yeah. So, clarify your values, set meaningful goals, focus on priorities, practice mindfulness, take responsibility, make conscious decisions. Think critically, make choices based on thoughtful consideration rather than reacting impulsively. Now that would be my red flag.
That first part right there is a lot harder than people think it is. Think critically. I learned this in nursing school. Critical thinking is not it's not common.
Neither's common sense. I
Yeah,
don't even know why it's called common sense.
yeah. Like thinking critically is very fucking hard. Yeah, I throw that out there. Think critically, make choices based on thoughtful consideration rather than reacting impulsively. Yeah, that's not for me either. Because I'm not. I mean, I feel like I do think critically, but I react. I react on impulse, and maybe that's the soldier in us. I don't know, but I'm big on reacting on impulse.
I mean, honestly, dude, a lot of my fucking decisions came on impulse, so I can't act like it's hard. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
like I like that one. I like it. But yeah, it's hard to critical. Yeah, bro. That's the thing. Is like you can't critically think in this country anymore because it make you fucking want to blow your brains out, dude.
yeah,
For real. Like what did we talk about last week with child trafficking shit and like how it just is just like not a fucking concern?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like why? Why isn't that a concern at a federal fucking level? Well, because at a
The
federal
Barbie
level
movie's
they're
coming out.
fucking them kids. You know what I mean? Like they're
Yeah.
fucking those kids and they're selling them to you on Wish and shit, bro. Like
Yeah.
that kind of shit, dude, it makes me sick, bro. And then these are the people that we're supposed to look up to.
Hey, but
as-
the Barbie movie's coming out. I mean,
The
that's-
Barbie movie's out, man. Hey, let's go watch Barbie. Fuck. Yeah. What are they distracting us? Oh God.
Character, dude. Oh,
You gotta stop feeding the fucking fire, man. Let's move on. I cannot.
it's heavy company. What's the
Start
next
talking.
one?
Start talking now. Start talking now.
Make conscious decision. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna speak on that because I don't do that. Maybe that's something I can take away from. Thinking critically, making choices based on thoughtful consideration rather than reacting impulsively. Like when you said, take some long, deep breaths before you react and respond. I could probably do a lot better at this, for sure.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
probably at 90% of my decisions are made on impulse, and I find myself doing that shit at work too, which like causes me like a backlog in work because it's not like I'm working on this, and maybe it is ADHD, but like I'm working like this. And then this like a problem comes up, and I'm like, "Holy fuck! Like, you're a fucking idiot," you know. Instead of just it's like Anyway, I need to do better about that. What's the next one? Eliminate distractions, which I suck at too. This is like everything I suck at. Minimize unnecessary distractions and activities that don't align with your values and goals. And real quick before I go on that, so what we're talking about is living intentionally. Clarify how to live intentionally. Tips on how to live intentionally, clarifying your values, set meaningful goals, focus on priorities, practice mindfulness, take responsibility, make conscious decisions, and eliminate distractions. Minimize unnecessary distractions and activities that don't align with your values and goals.
I've done that, dude. You've seen it, bro. I got no problem.
Oh yeah. That's why I didn't want to like. Yeah, I'm
Bro,
pretty.
if you distract me from my goal, you're fucking gone. If you're not along for the ride and matching energy, bro, you're fucking gone.
I'm
gone.
That.
I can't help you if you ain't helping yourself, and I will fucking not waste a second.
Oh yeah. So I guess I'm not as bad as I thought because, like I said, I think I've said this like 100 times to you. Like my toxic trait's burning bridges. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, like if you're not helping me accomplish whatever I'm trying to accomplish, I'll burn that bridge in an instant.
Well, not if you're not trying to help, but if you're trying to like go against or like not.
Yeah.
I mean, like you could just not support, and that's fine too. But if you're like trying to support the opposite of what I'm trying to do, like I mean, not to cut you out, but like, bro, I don't need that kind of shit in my life. Like,
Yeah, and maybe we're thinking like too deep into it. Maybe you think maybe this is about
possible.
like distractions as in like everyday distractions.
yeah, like turn your phone off.
Yeah. Okay, man.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, but yeah, turn your phone off. I don't do that shit. I'm big on distractions. Hold on. I'm gonna put this up. What Carrington said. I hear that I did the same thing when writing my book, had to cut off ties with people who were just holding me back. Otherwise you won't make it. Fuck yeah, dude.
That's what I say,
Carrington.
man. If people are fucking filling up your head with their negativities and shit, if you're like, here's the thing, dude. If somebody comes to you and they're super hyped about something, like an idea that they have, and your first response is like, well, that's dumb, or like, well, like, what if that doesn't work? And if your first response isn't anything but just like, dude, that's fucking dope, and fuck you, because, bro, if someone comes to you excited about something, that means they're willing to share it with you and they want you to be a part of it with them, right? So like, let's just take our group text for chance and this podcast, right? Like, I love those boys to death, but it has now become a separation because they don't want to talk about anything like this. We would love to have them on, but they're not talking about this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, I can't go in that group. I mean, I go in there and I'm like, hey, bro, and that's it. But it's just like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to have conversations that don't matter anymore.
And there's nothing
makes
wrong
sense?
with that, though. No, that makes sense. And that there's nothing wrong with that, I don't think.
And then that's not like a dig at our group thing. Like, I love it, but like, that's where I got off of it in the first place.
Yeah.
Back in there now, but yeah, like, I don't know.
That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. Man.
Dude. So yeah, sometimes you gotta pave your own fucking path.
So yeah, number 8, embrace growth and learning.
Ooh.
That's that goes right along with that, man. Like, unfortunately, continually seek opportunities to learn, grow, and develop as an individual. No one's gonna fucking help you do that for yourself. I mean, they'll be there for you. They'll want to assist and everything, but like, at the end of the day, you spend more time by yourself than you do with anybody else. Probably, if you're me. I mean, not counting my kid, but I mean, dude, like, I'm pretty much alone 90% of the time. So I got a lot of time to think, which could be good, could be bad. It just depends on the day, I guess. But like, it's hard for me to, as I was talking about earlier, it's like, embrace the growth and learning. Like, I do that, but like, as I do it, I feel like the more I try to work on it, the worse I am. Because like, I'll say, like, I'll put all this work into it, right? And I'm like, oh man, I'm doing my shit. And then it's like a relapse, right? Like, oh, I cussed. Or even tonight, like, me and my wife got in an argument and I fucking yelled, oh, sorry, I'm not in a good mood, and I was trying to have a conversation, and the body language gave me very big fuck you vibes, so I reacted to it poorly, and I apologize. But that's just part of that growth and learning, and it's like, I don't know, like, and then now I look at it like, dude, I'm such a piece of shit because I'm in here trying to tell people to do these things. I'm not trying to tell people. I'm just trying to help as many people as I can, and myself is included in that. So like, I'm not doing this because I'm trying to tell y'all that this is how I live and we're doing it right over here, because I'm not Mr. Influencer, bro. I'm never gonna be Mr. Influencer. You ain't gonna like me unless you fucking know me. Promise. Most people probably only come on here to listen to KZ anymore.
Doubt that.
They're like, this motherfucker is just constantly bitching.
I doubt that.
But so yeah, embrace growth and learning. And again, man, like, try to be proud of the things that you've accomplished in your growth. And that's something I'm telling myself right now, dude, because it's hard. It's hard when everybody reminds you constantly
of your failures.
Especially when you yourself are stuck in those failures and you're doing everything you can to get away from them. But, like, you gotta surround yourself with people that don't put you in that position. And you got to do it. Or, fix the relationships that you have that make you feel that way, if that's what you want to do. But yeah, like, I would also say, surround yourself with people who fucking truly care about you. Yeah, I got one of those too. But yeah, dude, it's all it is. At the end of the day, growth and learning, it all comes into the fucking thing. It's like, dude, people aren't always there to be on your team. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. Think back in some of the friends that you had growing up, right? Like, not even Army friends, but just friends that you thought, like, you had a best friend growing up, right? And he's going to be your best friend forever. But something fucking happened, right? Now all of a sudden you guys don't even talk no more. Or, like, you feel like you're not doing, like, they can't get nothing out of you, so they just fucking bounce. Or, I don't know, man. Like, people ain't always on your team, dude. And it's usually the people that act like they're on your team that aren't. And you need to fucking understand the difference. You need to be able to decipher if people are actually on your team or not. And people's actions speak louder than their words on that one for sure. For fucking sure. So yeah, cultivate gratitude. And as much as I bitch and as much as I complain, like I also, dude, I fucking appreciate everything, dude. I fucking care so much about fucking everything that, I mean, it's to a fault. Like, people get tired of listening to my shit. I mean, I get it. Like, when I was in the Army, I came off as the guy that bitched a lot. But, like, if you were actually listening to what I said, I never lied. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I got in trouble when an E6 and an E2 went out drinking, and I wasn't even there. But the E2 was my roommate, and I got in trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was there. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't even out with them. And then I got fucking E7 in my face calling me a cancer because what?
Because you didn't babysit.
Because I'm not a fucking adult? Or because I am an adult and I didn't go out drinking on a Tuesday night?
It was
Anyways,
a Thursday.
It wasn't.
I'm just kidding.
So yeah, I mean, like, cultivating gratitude, it's hard because, like, I do have a little bit of a resent towards people that fuck me over because, like, and I guess that's maybe even me too. Like, I often take things way more personal than a lot of people do. Just because,
But that
like,
comes
I
with.
feel like I wouldn't do it to you, so I'd expect you not to do it to me. And
Yeah.
just everybody doesn't think like that, though.
That comes with the type of person you are, in my opinion, because you have a fucking huge heart, like you said before. Like, you care about people, but that might be,
It's a fault too.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's what I was trying to get to. It can be counterproductive at times because you're so open to people. It leaves you open, like it leaves you kind of vulnerable a little bit, right?
All the time, dude. All the fucking time. Because I mean, shit, you saw it.
Yeah.
In that group text incident, dude, when all I said was like, bro, I don't think I want to be in this group text anymore for a while. And it was just like, and I hate to keep harping on this because I mean, again, I'm over it and I love you guys, but like, this is how it went.
Yeah.
And it was like a list of shit that I should be thankful for. That was put up with on my part. Like, oh, you used to be a cusser and you used to yell and scream and every time we hung out, you did this. It was like, well, why the fuck did you hang out with me? You know, like I didn't realize that I don't know. Maybe I'm not over it. But
I think
mean,
you are.
I'm not, though. I'm so not. Build authentic relationships. That's funny that this is the next
Shit.
nourish connections with people who uplift and support your journey.
Yeah,
I'm not
like
gonna
you
say anything else about that because I already did.
Yeah, like you said, like you gotta surround yourself with positive people. I don't. Yeah, I don't have that, or I mean, not that I don't have that. It's like I don't. I think I'm in the point in my life now where like I stopped looking for that. I've stopped looking for other people just because like
Everyone fucking fails, dude.
yeah, there's like
People fucking let you down.
when it comes to like authentic relationships, I can count on my hand the authentic relationships I have on one hand. You know what I'm saying? And one of them is in the comments right now. Just because when something happens to me, good, bad, or indifferent, like there's these 5 people are who I'm telling. You know what I'm saying? And because I know these 5 people will build me up or break me down if I need it. Yeah, I mean, I
That's
feel
the
like
big thing, dude, is to being able to break someone down. And like Phil Jackson, that ass dude, like, hey man, you're fucking up today. You didn't do what you said you were gonna do. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit. Like,
Authentic.
the conversations of like, hey bro, how you doing? I'm good. Okay, well, I checked on him. He's good. That's what leads to your boy shooting himself in the face. You know that, right? Like, not you personally, but that's like if you're listening to this and you're that kind of person that just, and you might not do it on purpose. And I used to do this too. But you check on someone and you just go, hey bro, you good? Checking on you, man. And then the text is like, yeah bro, I'm all good. And then like you just take that as like, yeah, he's all good. And then they're gone. That happened. That's happened to me. Not an Army friend, but my friend killed himself, dude. One of my closest friends I made out of the Army.
Yeah, and then when it like those authentic relationships, don't surround yourself with fucking yes men.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Like, have those relationships around you. I mean, I know this is supposed to be a positive message, but like, you know, people who can uplift and support your journey, but you also need those people who can uplift, like who can like call you on your shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like who could, like who are not afraid to be like KZ, or not. Let me reword this. People that you're not afraid to fucking tell your faults to. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I fucked up today. This is like, don't surround yourself with people that you're just, they're only there for you to like, hey, this is the positive thing I did today. Now feed me with positive feedback. You know what I mean?
Right.
Find those people that you're like, hey, dude, I fucked up today. This is what I did. Ooh, shit, you did fuck up. This is
That's
what you should.
fucking weak, dude. You suck
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
all right. You can get better tomorrow, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, fuck yeah, you did. You fucked up. Like I told my boy, like, oh, you went to jail? Hope you liked the dick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a joke, but at the same time, like, bro, like, you know, he knew that meant like, oh, I hope you fucking stay out of fucking jail this time, homie. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and you know, what's funny is like, we were talking about that glue, the pain, right? How we had talked about like the pain that binds us to the people that we bring on the show that makes them able to tell their story. And I kind of told him a little bit of that, right? And he was like, you know, he's like, I about halfway through this stint, like I started thinking with that mindset, and he's like, it's amazing how quick my whole shit changed. Like I spent the last like year just trying to you know think about what I'm gonna do different when I get out, how I'm gonna do better, this and that, and you know, it's just like he realizes like he's not the only person going through it, and that's the biggest thing, dude. When you're going through shit, you ain't the only one, and to feel like you're not the only one is the biggest difference, right? So
Yeah.
he knows that now, and then he's like, dude, my fucking life's been so much better. He's like, even when I was in jail, my life was so much better with that mindset. Like, bro,
like
you can't, you know what I mean? Like, I can't
Yeah.
wait to have Mario. I hope it comes on soon.
Me too, dude.
But seek fulfillment and joy. I'm not even. That's it. Seek fulfillment and joy, dude. Go out, find whatever makes you happy, and fucking do the shit out of it.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Let's pull this. You want to pull this up?
Yeah.
Let's pull it up. Carrington, but like with Carrero, I talked to him a few months before he did it. We had a conversation, and he said he was doing good and this and that. But then I get a call that he's dead, and he never said anything. Yeah, that's
Yeah, that one definitely.
that's the thing with those situations too. And like I wish I had an answer for that, but like you know, like they say, dude, communication is a two-way street. You know, as long as you know you did your best, like as far as like communicating that stuff, like, hey, I'm here for you, and like if that person still wants to go jump off, that's a shitty analogy for the situation. If that person still wants to fucking make that decision, they're gonna make that decision. But at the end of the day, as long as you know you did what you could, I think that'll help you move one foot in front of the other. And that's not advice that I fucking came up with. I mean, that's advice that, to go back to those talking points, like that's advice that I got from people that I surround myself with. You know, that I'm not afraid to be like, hey, I feel like fucking shit. I feel like killing myself today because I'm in this fucking mood right now. You know, because I feel I regret that. You know, I regret not saying more. It's like, no, you did as much as you could. Like, go back and think. You did as much as you could. You know, literally the only thing you could have done different is probably be there physically in the moment and, you know, stop the chamber from chambering. You know, that decision was made. The decision was made. I don't know where I'm going with this, but like,
Yeah.
Carrington, I love you, dude.
That's the hard, yeah, bro, for sure. That's the hard thing about it, man. It is hard. It's hard, but you just gotta be persistent. And that one particularly, man, that one took us all by surprise, bro. I mean, we all know Luke was he was just a different motherfucker. Like I never ever thought of him as someone that had even the slightest, you know, like issue. Because he just always seemed so happy, dude, and always so there, squared away, and just one of those people I never felt I had to check on. But again, it wasn't in my platoon, and then not that it was an excuse, but like, you know, you can't, dude. Like just with Nichols, bro. Like, bro, I talked to Nichols. I want to say, it's funny, dude. It's funny because like, I think we talked about this on a podcast once. Like, you ever had like the feeling that something bad was gonna happen about somebody and it did?
Yeah.
I never said this, dude, and it's gonna sound like bullshit, but you'll believe me, and that's all that fucking matters, bro. It's like I was generally concerned about a month before Nichols shot himself. For Nichols, just because I know him, I know where he came from, and I know what he fought through to get to where he was, and I know how aggressive of a human being he was.
It's a
So,
good.
like,
It's a good descriptor. Both good and bad. He's very aggressive.
yeah. So like. So the surprise aspect, and then, I don't want this to sound wrong by any way, but like the surprise aspect, what? All right. So first, I felt terrible because I had this thought. Right. Where's my boy? I got to get a hold of Nichols, but I didn't act on it. Right. I didn't act on it. I talked to him, and it's because I talked to him. I talked to him after the Mike Brown situation in Ferguson, Missouri. Right. And he called me, and he was pretty hyped up. He was like, bro, you need to get the fuck out of there. He's like, just come out here, fuck all that bullshit, get out of the ghetto, come live in the country. You know, Nichols is like, well, just come get fucked up and just hang out all the time. I'm like, bro, I can't do that, you know. And he's just like, well, whatever, man. He's like, I'll come see you. And then, you know, that was it. And we hadn't talked. I think texted one more time after that, and it was just about like smoking weed or some bullshit. And
Yeah.
and then he's gone, you know. And it's just like, dude, like, you know, and it's hard to like. I couldn't have done anything, right? Like, I know I couldn't have done anything, even if I had acted on it.
That's
Like
the
you
hardest
said,
thing. Yeah, that's
like
the
you
hardest
said,
thing
like,
to admit.
That bullet, bro. I mean, is suicide someone's time, or you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you decipher if there's God, right? This is my problem with it, and I don't even really want to go into this right now, but I am. So, like, if people die and it's their time, right? Everybody dies at their time, right? But what about suicide, right? So, like, if God is protecting everybody and letting them die at their time, is God killing people, making them kill themselves? Or like, how does that work? Or
I try to
you know what I
justify.
mean?
I try to justify. I mean, I'm probably wrong here. I've tried to justify. I try to justify that, as in like it's shitty that it's happening, but it's happening for a purpose to help you, like, to help bring awareness so that you don't fucking do it. I mean, that's how selfish I am.
Yeah.
Like, and but I mean, as even if it sounds wrong, that's how I try to justify it. Like,
Yeah.
ooh, that's a good one. God gave us free will. What we do with it is up to us. Yeah, I mean, you're right. But like, you know, when that stuff happens and I question it, like, you know, like if you are up there, then why is this happening?
Why is all this shit happening, dude? Why is fucking a million different countries worship a million different gods, and in some countries they're willing to fucking murder each other in the street over what god they believe in?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, dude, that's not fucking Christian. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, let's be honest, dude. Most of the Bible thumper people I know, like most of the people I know that are like really into the church and all that stuff, like,
Are shitty people.
they're pretty not good people, especially like Catholics, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but the fucking jig's up. The fact that all you motherfuckers can just be like, I was in the club on Saturday night snorting cocaine off a stripper's booty hole, but I told my preacher about it on Sunday. He said, do 5 Hail Marys and eat Jesus's bread, blood, or whatever, and you're good with it. And then you and you stand up, sit down, and you're out. And then guess what? Balls deep in cocaine Sunday night. But guess what? Sunday's coming.
Hail Mary.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, that's just I question it just simply on the fact that there's so many gods across, you know, the world or the infinite whatever. That, like, I don't know. I do like the idea of Greek mythology. I think that there's like a god of everything. I think that was always cool. I was always fascinated by that. Like you know, the god of war, or like the fucking the angel of protection, or you know, that kind of shit. But
Yeah.
like just like the one and only God boss. Like, no one man should have all that power. Didn't you hear what Kanye West said? Jesus. Jesus and God in the same relationship, same God. Hashtag Hail Mary. Ha ha. So, anyways, man, that's it for living intentionally. And dude, reach out to people, and just stop being a fucking dirtbag all the time to the world. Not you, just you.
But you know who you are.
and you motherfuckers. And yo, I am not sending you the link again. You probably still have it in your email.
Hey, that
Yeah,
goes.
yeah.
This sentence kind of goes in what Carrington just said, and what he said. Free will of humanity. Free will of humanity is no. What do you say? God gave us free will. What we do is up to us. Living intentionally is about being the captain of your own ship, and steering your life towards the destination you desire. I like that.
It allows you to lead a more purpose-driven, fulfilling, and meaningful existence guided by your beliefs, passions, and aspirations.
Not influencers.
Not fucking Joe Rogan. You know what? I hate bashing on Joe Rogan because I like him, but like the jig's up, Joe. Let someone else have the spotlight. Get the fuck out of here. Jig's up, Joe. Hashtag jigs up, Joe.
Oh, they're in the garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know where am I?
Living intentionally. I need to do better of doing that because I don't
that's
do
pretty
that.
much all I learned from tonight is like I thought I was living intentionally.
Oh, yeah, same.
Turns out I'm not.
I fucking suck.
But you know what, dude? That is the honesty of this show. We're not. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Is we don't fucking know this shit. Like I organized this shit so we could talk about it and so we can discuss what we think about this shit. You know, like, yeah, I love it. This shit.
So what have we talked about so far?
I told you we don't do politics here, bro.
What was the first thing we
But
talked
he is old as fuck and he's got to go.
Responsibilities?
It's just another puppet. Yeah.
Was that it? The first one we talked about?
What? Clarify your values?
No, like the past episodes. Core values was last week. What was?
Are we still going? We're not done yet.
No.
I'm over this shit, dude. I'm trying to go home. Nah, so let's see.
Oh,
Yeah,
accountable.
well, yeah,
Keeping
so
yourself accountability was the first one. Core values was the second one, and today was living intentionally. We kind of got carried away with the mind mission focus, just because our guest on Monday, we played catch up for 2 hours. It's our show. I don't give a shit. Yeah. What are we gonna talk about next week?
Whatever we want. Come fucking find out Monday. See you, bitches. Love you guys.